Welcome to the second episode of Athena Women Today. Yay! Redefining Beauty, Confidence Through Transformation. This podcast, it's my mission to empower women by sharing authentic stories of confidence, resilience, and growth, and celebrate our diverse and successful women. So let's be confident women today and thrive in every area of our lives. I'm very pleased to introduce to you Galina Dimitrova. Zdravey!
Zdravey!
And Herede to our Greek followers, celebrating our diversity, Bulgarian and Greek Cypriot. So Galina is the permanent makeup artist. And I say the because Galina is amazing. Galina actually did some eyebrow tattooing on me. And that was an experience. And this is what we're going to talk about today, is we're going to talk about enhancing physical appearance and how that can positively impact our inner confidence and how we can give other women confidence through transformation and also breaking the stigmas and misconceptions around semi-permanent makeup. So Galina, why don't you tell us about yourself and how you got into this career of permanent makeup?
Hello, Maria. Thank you for having me in your podcast. As Maria mentioned earlier, I'm from Bulgaria. Me and my husband, we decided to come and live in England 16, 17 years ago. And we just started working, hardly working. And one day I decided that I want to have my eyebrows done. Tattooed. And I started researching. Then I found a lady. That lady, she's probably still doing it. She works with cancer survivors. So everyone who's been suffering from cancer lost confidence, eyebrows, lashes, and so on. I saw the hope and the happiness those people received after having eyebrows tattooed. And this is the beginning, actually. This was the sparkle which inspired me to, instead of having my eyebrows done, to save extra money, go and train with her. And even still that little inspiration and convert it in my personal motivation and power to give the ladies that confidence. To boost the confidence with something little.
Wow.
It was a big thing for me to start tattooing people's faces. So it was scary. It was tough. I did cry a lot through the years. That's been, actually this year, that 10 years, September will be 10 years since I started.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
On your 10-year anniversary this year.
Exactly, yeah. So I started as a little hobby. And I've been continuing working. My previous job was a cleaner. I used to clean people's houses. I used to meet different people. Very interesting, intelligent, powerful, and rich. So it was another lesson, another chapter of my life, which I appreciate. And I still that power as well. And I've learned a lot from them. And building up my business was gradually getting better and better and better in tattooing. Then I actually I didn't start. It's been 10 years of learning. It's a process. Every single year I've got something new to learn, even if it's the same area of tattooing. But probably this is what makes me more and more confident to give confidence to
that was my next question. How do you help your clients feel confident through your work? Obviously you spoke about the start, your origin in this career, which is you saw how it made those ladies feel who had cancer but generally other ladies too, all from all walks of life. How do you make them feel confident through what you're doing?
I just listen. I'm a good listener. I can talk a lot, but I can listen a lot. So everyone who is coming, they come first of all for consultation. So I can listen and listen again and again the story they've got. Because most of them, they've got reason to come to me and reason why they need to boost. I don't do much. I just enhance the beauty they've got. And that's my style. Keep the natural look. I don't go on a heavy eyebrows or lips or eyeliners. I don't have a heavy style, which not everyone likes actually. But I'm attracting people who does need a little to look nice and natural. At the same time, they walk away with chin up. And
now this is interesting because offline you told me something, and you said that you've experienced some ladies who've come to you looking to feel more confident, and you've done some work and you've given them a natural semi-permanent makeup, whether it's eyebrow tattooing or lips. And then can you tell us what you told me, that they would go home, show their husband? Do you remember this story that you told me?
Was it?
And then the husband would say something.
Oh, many stories actually.
And then
I'm not really sure which one.
It just had an impact on me, because they would leave you feeling absolutely amazing, feeling beautiful, and then go home, show their husband the ta-da moment.
Yeah.
And then the husband looks and says, like they don't like that. Oh.
Yeah.
And then they're crushed.
Yeah.
And then you said that you felt like it undid all the work that you put in. And one of the things that we spoke about at that time was the moment that they left you to the moment that they got home. Say they were walking.
Yeah.
If you've given them that moment of feeling happy and confident, what if they left you and doors opened for them on that journey home? So they bump into a person or they go online and buy something, all in that space of time, feeling confident. And then the comment comes and knocks them.
I can say maybe 90% of my clients are very dependent. Not fair to say that. Depend of husbands, boyfriends, partners, especially in regards to the beauty. I know they're all scared the other half to go in a beauty place and have something done. I know all of the stories when ladies end up with overstuffed faces, lips, oversaturated skin from tattoos. But in my case, I'm trying to avoid that. And on the answer of your question is yes, I've got many stories about, as I said, 90% of my clients, they come back home and they can be approved or absolutely disapproved.
Wow.
And they walk out happy. I can see happy faces in the mirror straight after the procedure. They've got what they want. They've got what they are coming for. And then when they get home, there is an option to don't be accepted. And it does upsets them a lot. So if the husband is like, I don't see anything, it's happened, already a few times when the husband partner said, I don't see anything. Why did you pay that much money for your eyebrows? You were beautiful before. And then they contact me back and they're like, my husband told me he can't see anything. Same time he was worried. She don't come back with slugs on her eyebrows.
Slugs. I haven't heard that before, but yes.
They call them slugs.
Slugs.
Yeah, but I also got the opposite version when husbands coming to pay the bill and send them back for something else because they trust me and my colleagues because we're very sensible when we're working on people's face, and not just the face. But yeah, they're like, oh my God, I didn't expect them to look black and big. They're not, they're so nice. And that's double booster for the confidence. So if the lady is having 30% of the confidence build up after the treatment because she does appreciate it, it's what she needs, I can do 30% with my job and support aftercare, top-ups, etc. And the rest 30% are from the family.
Well, let's talk about that. It's quite worrying because what we're taught now is about self-care, self-love. We don't need to seek validation from anybody else. So long as we love ourselves and how we look, it shouldn't matter what our husband's opinions are, our friends' opinions. It's how we feel about it. Of course, we love our partners. We're always going to ask their opinion, and we want to look good.
Yeah.
We want to look good for our partners. That is the truth. We want to look good for ourselves first. That's where confidence starts. It starts here first. When you use figures like 90% of the ladies that come to you will go back home and seek validation from their partners, that's worrying because it almost sounds like their worth, their self-love, it's coming from somebody else's opinion first rather than theirs first. Because when they left you, they felt great up until they had the opinion of somebody they loved.
I don't let them out if they're not happy.
Yeah.
I need to make sure they're satisfied with the results before they leave. And it's very important to me. Sorry to interrupt you, but there is something else. I do have a story, and most cases when I feel on the consultation that person is being pushed to come and have a treatment.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much that's what you're saying. They're coming because of somebody else, to do something else, to do something for them.
To feel great for somebody
to feel
else.
better for something else, for somebody else.
Wow, okay.
In that case, I'm trying to refuse treatments. I can tint eyebrows. I can lash lift. I can do a little confidence on different ways and see if that works. And I'm not trying to jump on straight on tattooing to make somebody else happy. Who I don't know.
Yeah.
The third person behind the scene.
So what's happening to us ladies? Why are we not finding that self-love? Why are we seeking validation from others? Of the ladies that come and see you, is it because of social media that they're looking at beautiful women and they're criticizing themselves? Do you see a pattern at all in the ladies?
Yes, absolutely. All of the filters in social media, all of the unreal results. Ladies, they may not be real, and you have to make a difference between makeup, permanent makeup, which is permanent, and it is tattoo, filters, AI, etc.
Okay, so that's where it's all coming from initially. It's unrealistic expectations of what beautiful looks like. Let's talk a bit more about eyebrow tattooing. It's quite topical in the news right now, and you're offering a treatment to remove. You're actually doing eyebrow tattooing, but you're also removing it as well. Can you tell us about that?
Well, I'm doing both.
Yeah.
It's every beauty treatment to me, not just the beauty treatments, but people need to know when to stop in everything. I can say that everything is healthy if it's on a reasonable amount. And everything looks good if it's reasonable. And you need to know when to stop. If you have your eyebrows done on your holiday 10 years ago somewhere and you just randomly decide to tattoo your eyebrows, but you want me to do them look natural today, how? I have to clear the canvas before I can enhance your natural look. And also if they saturate a lot, like if they top up too often, at some point the skin is oversaturated and you can't implant more. It's like a glass. If the glass is full of water, how much you can top it up? It will spill out. So at some point we need to clear and start it again, or just leave it the way it is.
It has been in the news a lot, and the removal of tattooing. Your equipment, does it remove other tattoos? Is it specifically on just eyebrow tattooing?
Yes, it does.
It does all tattoos?
All tattoos.
Oh, wow. Wow. So it's interesting how the technologies come about. And can you tell us a bit about the process?
The process is so simple. In the news, I know every single day, especially now, it's very trendy. All of my colleagues talk about it. Most of them being my teachers, and I'm so proud of being in the classes that they did provide at that time. And now they're in the news, they're really good. And also everyone is improving. The teachers that learn more and new techniques to provide. Same time, all the equipment's being changed through the years and getting better and better and better and better results.
And it's using laser?
It is a laser,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, the treatment is very simple.
Is it painful? Is it painful?
Well,
I should ask.
The feeling is elastic band.
Okay.
It's not nice.
That's easy.
It's
easy.
quick. It's not nice, but it's quick.
Okay.
That's a good quick removal. So you lay down.
So when you're removing tattoos on arms or, legs or wherever, does it leave a scar behind? Or
if the treatment's being done correctly, if you don't force the skin to get empty straight away in one procedure, you're not supposed to have any scars or issues.
Wow.
Have to be very delicate, easygoing procedure. So you pretty much emptying the skin, not like, as I mentioned, the glass of water. You don't spill it straight, but you spill it nicely and empty the glass so you can work on that.
Because it used to be that, I guess years ago, to get a tattoo removed, it was going to leave a mark. So that's amazing that, in your career, in your industry, it's evolved to semi or permanent makeup, but tattoo removal in its entirety. That's really good progress. Tell us a bit more about the different types of makeup that you do. I know you do the eyes and the lips. Can you tell us about that?
It's very simple, 3 areas I tattoo: eyebrows, eyeliner, and lips. And again, it's very subtle look. Depends if you have eyebrows, I just enhance them. If you don't have any, I try to stay.
And Galina did mine as well, I should say.
Yeah.
And actually, how you helped me, when I came to you, mine were in a complete mess. They sort of went like up and down, didn't they? And what I found brilliant about the eyebrow tattooing is it just acted as a guide. So you could start to pluck correctly.
Yeah.
And ever since you did them, I'm getting it right.
Yeah. It's a good guidance if you want to grow your natural eyebrows, if they grow. So that's a good map. Or if you wear makeup, that's a good trace. So you can follow the tattoo and build up your makeup. And on days when you don't want to wear makeup, you go to the park, you go to the beach, you're on holiday, you feel unwell, you don't have the power, the energy, the passion to wear makeup. You have to look okay with the tattoo and no one would point to, ooh, she has eyebrows tattooed.
Galina, what are some of the misconceptions about beauty and self-esteem? False ideas about coming to get semi-permanent makeup?
Well, when you talk about the false ideas, I will start with the lips. Many people straight ask me when I say, oh, I'm doing permanent makeup, the first question I've got is, can you do my lips bigger?
No.
No. Well, the lips having different tissues comparing to the rest of the skin. So I can't do your lips bigger. I can make them look nicer and fuller and enhance them, but no. Also the eyeliner. When I say eyeliner, it doesn't need to be liner. It can be smudged powder. It can be just a lash enhancement, which is filling nicely the lash line. And it doesn't need to look like a heavy makeup. Heavy makeup is heavy makeup. We're going out, we're having occasions, we wear makeup. So that's the mainly false idea of the permanent makeup.
Thank you, Galina. And I'd like to go a bit deeper. Was there a time in your life when you struggled with confidence? How did you overcome that?
Of course. I think we all go through varieties, like a rainbow of feelings, emotions, and every day is different. Every year is different. Every period of your life is different. And I will respond to your question with a song, which my daughter sang this morning on a school run. And that's the song, Hey, 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 I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation. So, yes, maybe I've been feeling really bad during COVID. And the thing which was boosting me a little bit was lots of trainings. I know it may sound cliche that my love is really... my passion, my love is converted in my job. But that's true. I love working, and when I feel down is when I'm not working. Every time I work, I see the results and I see the people going out from my clinic. Gives me that little boost and I feel really good. And my confidence is like, yes, I can do it. I've got that power.
That's how you reach for confidence, is actually through your work, because you interact with women that you're helping to make them feel confident. So what you're saying is when you are not feeling confident, it's when you're actually not working enough.
Exactly. When I'm not working, I'm like, imagine you have your hobby and you stop doing it because you're busy with something else. And normally, why people have hobby? They have hobby because that's what drains the bad energy. That's what makes them calm, relaxed, happy. And if I stop doing my hobby, I'm lost. I don't know what to do.
Because you love helping women, because it goes back to the origin of why you came into this career. It's because you wanted to help other women, especially at a time that you saw women who lost their hair through having cancer treatment, and eyebrow tattooing completely transformed how they felt about themselves. And that's your passion. Galina, how do you handle, because I'm sure you've had clients along the way, how do you handle criticism or rejection in a way that doesn't shake your confidence?
Again, listen and talk a lot to my clients. I can listen and hear what they want. And if I can make them happy in a good way, I do it. But if not, I refuse doing treatments. If the styles doesn't match, because I believe every artist is having different style and everyone is having signature in the work they do. So if my signature doesn't match with my client's expectations, then I'm not the right artist for you, and the market is really full and even oversaturated with a lot of other artists doing maybe the style they desire.
Galina, I'm going to go back into the question on criticism and rejection. We spoke about the ladies who left you feeling confident and then they've gone home or spoken to a friend, and the friend or the husband or the partner has criticized them and sort of said they don't like it or it's not enough. And then that client might come back to you and say, well, it's no good. How do you handle that criticism because surely the issue there is within the client herself, that she's seeking validation from others. Actually, she does like it, really. She left you happy. How do you navigate that situation?
Well, I'm trying not to get over and control the situation. Of course, stay on the safe side, but listening is actually the answer, because if they come and say, I need more eyebrows or I need more color on my lips, I'm like, okay. And we start talking, and they slip on a slide, if I can describe it this way. And then they end up, as you said, someone told me, my friend, my husband, my sister, someone told me. So then I just asked them, how about you? What do you feel?
Yeah.
What do you need? Have a look at the pictures before and after.
Yeah.
And I let them answer the question themselves. Because most of my clients, they become my friends with the time, but I can't tell them what to do. Same time, how I cope with the criticism is actually a very tough question, because I need to save my confidence. I need to save my life. And when I see that it may not be the reason in me, if I see 10 people a day and I soak like a sponge of the negative energy of each person,
yes,
sometimes I need to stay neutral and just wait and think.
How do you do that? Is it family life? Just whilst you enjoy helping women, it's your passion and you inspire confidence in them through transformation. How do you, the negative side of it, how do you give yourself space? How do you cleanse yourself of, like you said, it's your own confidence?
Yeah. Well, I've got my safety escape. I've got my lovely husband who always supports me. I can go and say, oh, I did have a really tough day. I know I'm probably going to tell him the story from today. He will listen. He's not going to take any actions. He will let me answer myself the questions I've got. Because when you talk to someone you trust, you need to present the information on accessible way. So if in your head is a big mess, you have to present the story on the way it is. So you have to convert it and say it accessible. So when you hear the story from your mouth, you can process it. And actually you respond to your own questions on the right way.
But I think also what I'm hearing very loudly is you've got a partner who is your emotional support. And I know many ladies in my life who are in relationships, but their partners are not their emotional support. They can't go home to their partner and just feel that they can release what was in their day and that their partner's going to listen and help them. Which is quite sad, but it's the truth. There's a lot of relationships where the other partner's not really that emotional support. So it's wonderful that you have that with your partner. But they might seek that emotional support with really close friends. But I think what the key here to confidence is to keep talking. Find your emotional support. If it's not in your partner, then it could be in a family member, it could be in a friend. But that's the way to help keep your confidence levels up, really, isn't it? By talking about why your day was bad or why you feel that your confidence was shaken. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I truly believe everyone has to have a safety escape where that person can go talk to someone. It doesn't always need to be in person, even online with someone. or some professionals if you don't have trustful friend or family member. But yeah, talking, that's what it empty your mind and figure out your next steps.
And Galina, I'd like to ask you, how can women support and uplift one another to build a collective confidence? We've obviously been talking a lot about emotional support, validation. How can we support each other as women?
It's easy. I don't have exact answer or formula to your question, but it's easy because everyone is having superpower. As long as you know your superpower and you use it correctly, you do support the people around you. And you help them to build up, and you give them a nice lift, and they go through the different stages and lift each other. Every single person have it.
You see, in episode 1 with Satari, we spoke about this, and she made a comment about we've just got to stop tearing each other down as women. And one of the comments I made in episode 1 was, it's funny how women are very quick to be there or that support when you're down, but when you're on that up, as you've described, then not around as much to help you on that journey of success, or what success means to you. Do you find that at all in your life, or have you seen women who are like that?
Actually, I've been thinking about it on my way to here.
Oh, wow.
Same
Great.
Maybe yes, maybe no. In my case, I think everyone needs to change. Depend of the needs. And if we copy from plants, animals, you will see that if you need more light, you will go there next to the window. You will chase that light. If you need water, you will chase the water. So when you're, let's say that you're on the top stage in your life and you're very powerful, you've got the dream job, you've got the dream family and everything, and you feel your previous friends doesn't support you that well as they did support you before. I personally think you can keep those friends as a friends, but example, in my life, I used to have a dog and I was friends with many dog lovers. I'm having a child, I'm raising my daughter, and I did have a great motherhood with other mothers. Now, I'm maybe on another stage where I'm chasing more work and same time keep my family life and balancing in between. So maybe I will keep my previous friends who are family lovers and good motherhood friends. At the same time, I'm gonna involve new friends to support me in my new adventures in every single step. I think you have to know the right person, and you have to have your backup with nice people on the stage where you are. Every single stage involve more friends in your life.
Well, that's an interesting answer to that question, because what you're saying is you have friends who were there at that time that you were starting a family, but you've got different friends who are joining you on this journey to your own career successes, and you haven't lost those friends that were there through the stages of motherhood. It's just you're only interacting with them sort of separately, but you're not just staying with one group of friends, you're adding at each stage of life. Because a lot of what we're told is you cut them off, drop them, they can't grow with you. And we're taught to be, well, having a very, very small group of friends is the best way to go, or I'd rather be lonely than have the wrong group of friends. But actually, what you're saying is slightly different. In fact, that you're not saying to reject them or drop them. You're saying just add more, opposite.
Yeah.
You're saying add more, because Why should you drop those friends that you made?
Well, I may not have enough time to see my friends all the time when I was clubbing. But you still, when you see them, you're going to stop them, see how life goes. They may not have family still. They may still be on the clubbing wave. Yeah. So you don't get that time to spend with them. And same waves, if I can call it this way. But they're not rejected, because if they stay, imagine your friends from teenage age when you were clubbing and going out, they still go clubbing. And your child is raised on an age where you need to go clubbing again. You're going to meet them there at some point.
It might come back round again. Yeah. And I think it does come back to the age old. If they were your true friend, then they would be there. Then you could reach out to them and say, hey, let's get together. And it might have been quite some time has passed, but they'd still be there for you when you need them. Yeah. Thank you so much, Galina, for your time. I do have one last question. If you could give your younger self one piece of advice about confidence, what would it be? Or your daughter?
Well, step back and have a look at the whole picture. You're going to find yourself in the right position where you're supposed to be, and you're going to see yourself where you are. Do you need to move? Do you need to stay? And that's a really good example, as you mentioned, my daughter, when we go to the playground and she go to the spider web and she can't go to the top and keep on trying and trying and trying. And at some point you're exhausted and you start crying and you want to be on the top, but you're on the bottom. So go back, sit on the bench, have your minute break, have a look, the whole picture, make a plan. And say, where about are you in the plan at the moment? Where you want to be, plan it and do it. So that's about the confidence again. The same. Step back, see your life, see the whole picture, where you want to be, what you want to achieve now in the life, today, tomorrow. Make a plan, chin up, feet up, and go.
Thank you, Galina. That was amazing advice. And thank you so much for coming on today to this podcast, Athena Women Today. So are we going to be confident women? Yes, we are. Yes. Thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Maria, for having me. It was my pleasure. Great time with you, always.